To the start of today's vlog. Technically it's the end of the day of the end of the last vlog. Got Lilith here, ready to open up our Bamboo Lab AMS light system for this printer here. The AMS system is officially a go. Each and every one of our current printers right now has an AMS system attached. So we're rocking and rolling with some multicolor prints on everything. So now that we have set up the AMS system, first things first, we got to rearrange the cars to be able to bring the kids to my mom's house, drop them off, so we can attend tomorrow's market without the kiddos, and just kind of rearrange because we got the new table. We got to take out the old table, replace that with the new table. Then, like I said, we got to take out... Are we going to bring the cart? I don't think we need it. We're going to be pulling up to it, and I don't think we need it. So we're going to take out the cart and do that, and then got to start the print on everything else. So I got to start the print on all A1 mini printers, and let's get that night going. All right, we touching bases on what's going on here in the print farm before we leave. Unfortunately, these guys did not survive, so we'll have to reprint the head. I'm not sure what's going on, but probably some maintenance is needed, or also it could have been my fault because I left the door open, and my wife said I left the door open before too, but when I put my hand in there, in comparison to what it was before, it was definitely ice cold. But then again, it shouldn't have done anything much different from this one. So I don't know, maybe something, I don't know. I will have to diagnose it. And also, I think the main problem too that I'm facing is like, it didn't detect any of the spaghetti. Usually it'll stop, but this is quite a bit, so I might need to clean the sensor. I think that's the number one thing. That's my number one probable cause in that. But this one's doing pretty good, this dragon. And we got our second dragon here. My wife already picked up the other dragon for the market. We literally sold out all of these quickly. And then going to go to the studio and grab some spiders. We have already been set up at the markets. It is a cloudy day. Had a little bit of rain actually for a second, but we'll give you all a little tour of what we have going on for today's setup. So it's been a bit of a slower day today. Not anywhere near as close as how yesterday went. Not even close. We have about an hour left, give or take, more like 40 minutes left, and we made about half what we spent for this slot here. So that just tells you how slow it is today. You win some, you lose some. That's what it is when it comes to these markets, man. But we did get good details that they actually do a Sunday market every weekend. It's just they alternate to a different location. So we're actually going to try in one of their other locations too. All right, just took out the spiders off the printer here. About to send another order of spiders to get printed now. We are rocking and rolling. Let's get it, some spiders. It's gonna be an interesting design, a cool little design, different. So looking forward to that. We got some pocket peep axolotls going here. We also have a dragon that needs to complete, and then we're gonna also do another thing for an order here. And we have a reprint on the elf heads because they failed massively. Hopefully this time they'll do better. It's a nice little update. Elves are starting to look good, but I am noticing some spaghetti, or not spaghetti, but the filament poop is starting to end up on the plate. I'm wondering if it's one of two things because it's starting to be more consistent now. One, I need to replace the nozzle. Two, I need to replace the wiper back in the back corner. Gotta be one of those two things because I know it's not the filament poop chute for sure. We have some Pocket Peeps cats being printed right now. Also, I'm gonna keep a closer eye on this because I got some good feedback from some of you guys in the comment section about how in certain spots there's even a little bump on it. It could affect the Z-hop and things like that, or my Z-hop settings are not correct. and it's colliding with some of the prints here. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this one. I made slight adjustments, and I flipped the bed because the scratch is on the other side. So I'll keep a definite close eye. Lately, I haven't seen any issues, luckily. And I've also, usually I spray the bed. This time I haven't sprayed it. I wash it with the soap and then isopropyl alcohol, and so far so good. So I'm hoping that stays consistent. We'll find out tomorrow. Here we have our Pocket Peep ice axolotls. They're looking great. And in a little bit, I'm about to start some turtles in the studio because we have white and green spiders that are being made right now, rose spiders. So really excited for that. All right, the spiders came out looking great. Just loaded up the AMS light system with our black and orange to do some turtles. My wife and I really looked at these, and these are too small for the order that we are doing. So we're gonna toss them in with our Pocket Peeps, and we're gonna do a reprint on these. It should be done by tomorrow, but we're gonna increase the size on them. Well, you learn something new every day. I just found out you actually do have the skippable feature. It's just in the app to be able to skip the spaghetti stuff that you notice. So that's going to save me a lot of time and extra filament now that I know that. So the cats are almost done. Only lost 2 so far. Slowing it down for a little bit. The new, actually properly sized axolotls are done. About to figure out what's the next thing to print. Elves are looking good so far. I'll be slowing them down here in a little bit for details. Turtles are looking fabulous. Get these off the build plate and get ready to start a new print. Sharks are a-moving. I guess I must have forgot to do the infill. This one's still the grid instead of the gyroid. I could have swore I did the gyroid, but I did change the setting for the, what is it? Standard settings on the nozzle. I think it was 0.2 on, I don't know. It's 0.2 A1 setting. And then got some more email cats working. Gonna be done in 13 hours, but those are a go. Sharkies are done. I'm about to go reload the printer in the studio with some more orange because we ran out. Unfortunately, we lost 2 elves. I forgot to slow it down. So this is exactly where it failed the first time, and I can't really do any more of these. So we are 2 heads down. We got 3 heads left. Time to take the turtles off. We have an interesting setup for Friday. Never miss an opportunity when a market comes up, especially if it's free. So make sure you guys do book those markets. We have a 2-hour slot that we're doing for a school, so it's going to be fun. And we're excited to do that. We got a lot of prep to do, not a lot of time left. So let's get to it. We got some long prints tonight going on, and I just found out that I've been lubricating this incorrectly. I've been missing 2 of the most essential parts, which is here as well as here, but only beginning here. I don't know how I could have missed that, but I did. It's fixed now. Definitely going to be time to replace the nozzle soon, for sure. I mean, this is my workhorse. This is the A1 that I've had the longest. I've had this one for several months, so it's definitely time to replace the nozzle. So we'll be doing that probably next week. Everything's still going pretty good, but I know it's time soon. We got some bees that'll finish out overnight. We'll get that restarted in the morning. These are almost done, so I'll get a dragon ready to go here shortly. And then I got a rose snake on launch in the studio, so that'll be done tomorrow. Just got some lots to do. Cherry blossom dragon is looking fantastic. We lost 2 bees. If I didn't mention it earlier, I'll mention it again if I did. But we lost 2 bees so far, but everything looks pretty good. I mean, close to being done. And we have our donut spiders. We did lose 1 right here. Surprisingly, it finished. That is definitely not so perfect print right there. Oh, I actually did find out why that first layer might be messed up. It's actually something to do in here, one of the screws. I just happened to watch on YouTube. It's something to do with the screws behind the nozzle. So we'll see if that fixes it, and that will continue and find out tomorrow. Got a fail. I forgot to literally put brim on here. That is 100% my fault. Massive fail on my part. But we got this too. Hopefully it doesn't fail on there. Usually these don't fail on these beds, but I mean, it's definitely time for some maintenance for sure on these printers, on the older ones at least. And also, man, I have been messing up. Look, I'm slightly off there too. Messing up on my putting my bed back on there. But keeping it real and letting y'all know the mistakes and stuff that I'm making, so y'all don't do the same thing. So make sure you double check your stuff before continue on to print. So far the cherry blossom is looking good on the yellow and red version. The dragon is looking good so far. The brim should definitely help with this one. And this one has an hour and a half left, but it's looking fantastic. Just as the video I watched said, this was actually loose, but now, as you can see, it is no longer wiggling. I wish I would have filmed it before, but I completely forgot because I wanted to fix it so we can get everything up and running. And turns out the nozzle's looking just fine. Everything's looking pretty pristine. Looking clean. No overusage yet. Looking fantastic. So let's get this bad boy up and running and see how it looks. Everything is looking pretty good. Now I will say this is the longest print I've ever done on the A1 minis. Majin Buu here. I think it was like 30 hours or something like that for this one. But it's looking pretty good. The first layer has been fixed from that little error on the screws being loose behind the extruder nozzle. It's looking really good now. And we're almost back to exactly where we were before, and everything's looking pretty good here too. Alrighty, the black has ran out. Right now, I'm waiting for one of my other prints to finish so I can go ahead and exchange the black on one of those. The Lightning Dragon's doing pretty dang good. Brim's definitely helped on this one, as well as this Cherry Blossom Dragon is looking just as good as the one we did yesterday. Oh, matter of fact, I can actually switch out the black now. We don't have any more black on this. All right, the black has been officially loaded. Resume printing. And we should be good to go. Now it's time for me to go check on the snake in the studio. So let's do that. Let's get it done. Another fantastic looking snake. Clean off the bed. Get another one started. The platypuses will be done in the next 3 hours. We're actually doing a new style of dragon on this printer. Snake in the studio is almost done, and this one will be done by the morning, around 11 a.m. So that one will be done. So we're looking pretty good for tonight. I do want to touch on, this is, some of these platypuses are going into our Pocket Peeps container, as well as the other amount, I think it's about 15, is going to a bulk order for one of our customers. And we're going to show you the process of us packing that up tomorrow, which will be in this vlog. Alright, we want to show you how we kind of package our order for the first time here. For our little Pocket Peeps when you do make an order with us. We have an invoice that gets all the details of what is needed for the order. We double check the quantity and we start putting them in the bags. And that completes the order. All right, so now we have a quick free market for the day. The short one, we're not doing a full supply of what we normally have. It's a little distance away from where we're at right now, so it's going to be the furthest market we've done so far. And it's just a good little 2-hour market. It was free. We said, why not? Let's test it out. Free is good. Always got to take the opportunity for those free ones for sure. I believe I mentioned that earlier in this vlog about that. So we packed up our cryos, our eggs, our Pocket Peeps.
All of our best sellers, pretty much.
Yeah, all the best selling things we've done. And we're going to see how it goes.
Oh, did you see that?
No, I didn't. We also did some product pictures today. Tomorrow's probably going to be more of a social media day. We may or may not be live on TikTok. I'm not sure, but tomorrow would be like the best chance to figure that out.
I love how he's using y'all to get me to go live.
So we had our first fan mail today.
Tevin. I don't know if that's how you say it.
Possibly, if we mispronounce your name, Tevin, I believe. We apologize. But thank you so much for reaching out. We hope you have a great time with your Bamboo Lab printer and continue to enjoy our journey here. But yeah, we're excited for this 2-hour market today. We got some things printing. We got a new dragon that we're printing something different. We like the black and yellow. We actually have We have our octopus that's on here. It's checking the levels right now, actually, the first layer. We have 2 rose snakes that have been restarted, one in the studio and then one right here. So those will be done tomorrow. I'll be doing a test product print for autofocus for some keychains to test out. The next clip you'll see is we're going to be at the market. Alright, the new dragon has been completed, and it's definitely one of the more different, intricate ones. Got some stuff for work test printing right now. Are the carbon fiber sheet. Got the octopus going strong. Wine holder should be done by tomorrow. Same as the rose snakes. But tomorrow will be a content prep day, so by the time we get this. Alright, as per usual, taking a look at all the prints. Everything's looking good. We're about to check those out in a minute. I'm a little concerned about the small text on the bottom, but we'll see how that turned out here. This one actually stopped in the middle of the night because there was a filament pile up. But I checked on the back. I don't know how it got to it, but you know, sometimes these things just don't work like you think they will. Or they'll gunk up in that back chute back there. But we're rocking and rolling, halfway done. Running another one of these Dune Dragons on this one. Doing some test print for work stuff. This is just proof of concept. There's some things I need to work on, but making it bigger, maybe even getting rid of this or making it way bigger so it can actually be read. Because I did make it a little bit bigger on here and it's still not working right. It's better, but it's not perfect. But this is working perfectly. So I may just have this, or opposite, I may just have this. I don't know yet. I may just make this extremely bigger so it's like completely underneath so we can have some coasters for work. And honestly, the only thing that I'm going to add on to the end of this vlog is actually yesterday was a surprise little hit. We roughly made probably about 200-ish within 2 hours. This is why I'm saying take advantage of the free opportunities for these markets. If you are someone who's able to kind of talk with your customer base, that's kind of how we are doing it, is doing a lot of markets. We haven't really pushed online sales or done some stuff with Amazon. We do plan on expanding into those sectors, but we're trying to learn everything what we need to do to get that done, as well as build our online presence on our website as well. So that's going to be it for today's vlog. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down below. We really appreciate all the feedback. We really appreciate you guys subscribing and supporting our channels because it's making a huge difference. Y'all are being incredibly amazing, and we really, really do appreciate it. And we'll catch y'all next week for another vlog.